Have you ever run into this problem before? You're hungry and in desperate need of food, but there's only one problem. You don't know where you want to eat. We designed an app that takes care of this problem for you, called I'm Fine With Whatever. You're able to see what restaurants are within your local area, and you can decide which one looks good to you. You can even decide between different options with a couple games if you already have narrowed it down for yourself. Here is the home page. You can see our logo and our names on the page. In the top right, you will find three different tabs: a login tab, a main tab, and a profile tab. If you click on either the main tab or the profile tab, you will be prompted to log in.
Page, you are able to enter your information. Either log in if you are an existing user or sign up. To sign up, fill in all of the fields on the screen and click the sign up button. If you are an existing user, you only need to enter your email and password and click login. We keep track of the user's email, name and password on an SQL server, and after the user clicks on either of the options, the app will make an API call to the server to fetch the information back to the home page. From here, you can click on any of the options to be redirected. Clicking on the main tab will bring you to the heart of the application.
On the main page, you're able to enter a location. You're also able to select multiple filters. Here we included the most popular options, such as Mexican, burgers, and Chinese. All of these options are able to be selected at the same time, but if you're unsure about what you want, you can leave all these filters blank, and the search will include all options. There's also a way to decide between restaurants if you happen to split between a couple of options. We will get back on this later. For now, let's search for some food within Roanoke Park that has burgers. The search will call the Yelp API, calling for a search of the location along with any filters you provided. This will create a list of available restaurants on the back end that you're able to go through one at a time on the restaurant page.
At the restaurant page, you will see a random restaurant within your selected area, which fits one of the filters you have chosen on the main page. It shows whether the restaurant is open, the average rating of the reviews, the number of reviews, as well as their phone number. Below is a map showing the location of the restaurant. You will need to click on the button to update the map to show its location. The map comes from the Google Maps API that we call when you click on the button, and that will pass the location to the API call and return the local map location. After, the address of the restaurant will show up below the map location. You can also click on the No button to show another restaurant if you do not particularly feel like eating at this current restaurant selection. This will get the next location from the backend list and display it in place of your current option. Clicking yes will bring you to a review page where you can rate and comment on your experience at the restaurant. We will come back to this later.
By entering a location and filters on the main page and clicking on the arrow in the Decide for Me box, you will be brought to the multi-decision page. You are able to click on a variety of options in each box. These options come from the Yelp API call mentioned earlier and displays those options in the list. By entering multiple options into the list, you can then click on a game option that will help decide for you. The options below such as wheel and plinko are great if you have more than two options and can't decide between them. By clicking on the wheel option and pressing go, you'll be prompted to run the game. You can click no if you want to go with other options or a different game. Here we'll click on the wheel option.
At the wheel screen, you'll be asked to start the game. After you click off of the box, the wheel will start spinning and will land on one of the options you have entered. When the wheel lands on a restaurant, a pop-up will appear with the name of the restaurant selected. After you click off of that pop-up, it will bring you to the restaurant's page where you can see its location on the map, and click yes to bring you to the review page. If you selected Plinko as the game option, a ball will fall off from the center of the screen, colliding with multiple pegs on the way down. After the ball lands in one of the containers at the bottom, a restaurant that corresponds with that container will be chosen, and a pop-up for that restaurant will appear and bring you to the restaurant page.
On the review page, you can set a score out of 10 for your food and overall experience with the restaurant. You can also leave a comment below to describe your experience in more detail. After you complete those, you'll be asked if you want to go again. This keeps track of the restaurants you didn't like, as those will not pop again in your future searches. After reviews are submitted, the app will send this review to the SQL server, which will store the review and tie it to your profile.
When you click on your profile in the top right, you'll be directed to your profile page. Here you can go through your previous reviews of restaurants and decide to delete your review. You can also reset your preference in the top right corner in case you want to give restaurants you'd rather not go back to another chance. The reviews of the restaurants come from our local SQL server and are called when you enter the profile page. If you do not have any previous reviews, you only see your email in the top left and the reset button. That's our app. I'm fine with whatever. Thanks for watching.